Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 12 of the Jake's Take with Jacob Eliashar podcast. My name is Jacob Eliashar, and I'm a chief content producer and writer of the New York City-based entertainment website, jakestake.com. I am so honored to have my next guest with me. He is probably one of the best discoveries that America's Got Talent made the last decade. He is a self-taught singer that went viral for his incredible audition. I'm so honored to have him back with me for the first time in 7 years. Please welcome Andrew DeLeon.
Thank you for having me.
You're so welcome, Andrew. How have you been?
I've been very, very good, and back to working on music now that I've gotten my life a little more less chaotic, or at least in my head, I think I have. But now I'm a father. So that's really, really good.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And has your kid have pipes already?
Yes, of course he does. And everybody knows it.
So it's maybe some chance if he continues to develop his voice, he may have to face Eric Howell one day.
Oh.
All right, so it has been 7 years since we last spoke for our conversation. So how have you grown as a musician since we last spoke?
I mean, as I've said before, it's really difficult for me to talk about myself. Like I said, I'm not a very self-aware person, but how have I grown as an artist? I'm not sure. I think everything is kind of the same. It's all still just fun for me, and making all different types of music, like rock and roll and metal and classical music and even pop music. It's all equally exciting for me. So it all still feels pretty brand new, actually.
Awesome. So now it's been 4 years since the release of Dark Tales, and now between Dark Tales, which you released in 2015, to 2019's I Need You Here. So what were some of the challenges that you faced during these two releases, and how did you overcome those obstacles?
The challenges with making music as an independent, singer, songwriter, musician in general, it always comes down to money, unfortunately, funding, support. And when we did Dark Tales, we decided to collaborate with a label whose name I won't say, but we just weren't seeing eye to eye. And I don't really think they really believed in anything I had to do, and I didn't really feel that they supported me anyway. So we released those 3 songs, and I love those songs. Thankfully, it was only those 3 songs that we did with them. And after we released those, and people did react to it, people really liked it, and we were in Billboard, and it was really cool. Rock Sound magazine did an interview for it. And but after that, we just realized we didn't want to work with each other. It just wasn't the right fit. So in that time, from then to I Need You Here, I connected with Sound Mojo, and they really were excited to work with me. I was really shocked they even knew who I was, and because I watch Mojo a lot on YouTube. So I just thought it was really cool that they wanted to work with me at all. And they helped me. They had supported me, and we put together 2 really cool songs and put out a video. And yeah, I just it feels nice to be supported.
Awesome. And now, so in addition to I Need You Here, you also released Bleeding Heart. Can you describe the songwriting process with these songs?
Yes. I Need You Here was actually written a long time ago. And I was waiting for the right time to release it, and it was always supposed to be a much gentler side, kind of a step forward in the direction that I would like to go as a solo singer. And the lyrics were always rewritten, and because there's not many lyrics, it's more of a vocally driven song. So that one was actually pretty simple, but Bleeding Heart I actually wrote in 5 minutes in a bathroom at my producer's house.
That's amazing speed.
Yeah, he was like, we're running out of time here. We've got a deadline. We haven't written a single lyric. And I said, give me 5 minutes. I went into his bathroom, he played whatever World of Warcraft game he plays, or God knows what else he does. But locked myself in the bathroom and in 5 minutes just knocked out the lyrics on my phone.
You also kind of beat. It sounds like you're like getting up to Sia's songwriting time, because I've been like reading and hearing multiple interviews that Sia does a song under 20 minutes. So you're catching up that you beat Sia. So.
Oh no. Hey, I love Sia.
Same here. So one of the reasons that I think that my audience knows you is from your time on America's Got Talent. And then this is AGT celebrating its 15th anniversary season this year with season 15. And in your humble opinion, why has AGT stayed relevant as other reality TV mainstays such as America's Got Talent, Dancing with the Stars, and The Voice have faced rating problems?
I wasn't aware of that, but if I had to say anything on that, I think it's probably because with shows like The Voice, which are really, really fun for me to watch as a singer, you know what you're getting pretty much. You're going to get the pop singer, you're going to get the soulful singer and the jazz singer. So you're kind of prepared for it. And with AGT, there's always an element of surprise. And I think that excites people. It's a variety show. It's a big talent show, and everyone gets a chance to show off what they do. And, I never thought ever in my life that I would be one of those shocking surprises. But I think that's probably what it is.
So let's go back to 2019 when 2018 when Simon Cowell announced the first edition of America's Got Talent America's Got Talent Champions, which saw America's Got Talent acts alums face off against the world, and it was successful. And then they announced the second season. But however, many America's Got Talent superfans were upset when you did not appear on either season. Did you attempt to reach out to the producers or about participating in a future season of Champions or Britain's Got Talent Champions?
Technically, yes. I've been in connection with America's Got Talent in general, and I think it would be really nice. I'm not sure how many runs they're going to take with the Champions. Hopefully some more, because people seem to be really enjoying that. I think it's a really cool concept, and I would really, really enjoy being a part of that. I think it's all about timing, so maybe they're currently trying to go in a different direction, and maybe when they feel, okay, this is the right time to put, him in there, maybe I'll get a chance to go back. I would love to, because, honestly, I missed that stage. It was a lot of fun.
And also, this would be your first time singing in front of Simon Cowell himself.
Yeah, that's a terrifying thought, because, I actually really, really respect him as a businessman.
And I gotta say so, too, because the thing is, I love AGT, but don't get me wrong. I'm looking at the AGT lineup for all of the champions, and there's not a lot of there's a lot of heaviness when it comes to international. My friends Calabro, Connie Talbot, Jack Vidgen, Marcelo Pomeroy. These are very big heavyweight singers from the international span, and unfortunately, there's there's only Hans and Voices of Service. And I love those two acts to death, but it'd been great to see you. It'd be great to see Barbara Badia or Forte Tenors or Brandon James in there, actually adding more of their, and even Angel City Chorale, adding more of your voices with them, because it'd be great to see you all compete again.
Yeah, that would be really great, actually.
And also, one of the things that I've got noticed as a Got Talent fan is there are a lot of Got Talent fans that I know of that are a little bit surprised. Ever since Simon came on, there's been a lot of kid acts, either A, winning a show, or B, making runner-up, or C, getting to the finals over a lot of 18-over performers. Now, I've talked to some alumni. My friend Vicky Barbalak says, keep it. While my other friend Brandon James, that I mentioned earlier, said, we need a separate show. So where do you lie in that?
Wow. I could see both aspects of it. I could see the benefits of a variety act show for kids specifically. Maybe some people wouldn't want to see that because, seeing kids be so cutthroat towards each other might be off-putting. I'm not sure. But then other people don't want to see a child be beat out by a grown man, or woman. So I don't know. I think if it was done the right way, yeah, I think that could be a lot of fun for AGT Kids edition.
I would love to be on that panel. It'd be a dream panel to be on.
Go for it.
Alrighty, so you brought up The Voice, and I was thinking, why didn't you audition for it? Because I look at the panels list of the judges. Christina would have turned around for you. John Legend would have turned around for you. Jennifer Hudson and Kelly Clarkson, they would have all turned around for you. Why did you decide not to audition for it? Or have you thought of it?
You know what? I actually was, I don't know if it was last year or the year before, I was scheduled to go in for an audition in, I believe it was Austin, maybe Dallas, one of those. And very last minute, I decided just not to. And I can honestly say I don't know why. It would have made sense to me as a singer to at least attempt. I will say, though, I did audition last year for The Voice Latino edition, so it was La Voz for Telemundo. Unfortunately, although they really, really liked it and they really liked my singing, my repertoire wasn't Spanish enough. And so I don't think it was a proper fit. So that was the closest I got.
But would you be interested in, going to compete in The Voice Australia or Britain's Got Talent Champions? Have you thought about that?
I never thought that was an option, and it makes sense because, we had Susan Boyle on Champions, AGT Champions.
And there's also other acts like Ben Black, if I remember correctly from your season, made a crossover to Britain's Got Talent as well, and as well as Alex Madgala, who's the famous sword swallower who's been on almost every single franchise. Got Talent has to offer.
Yeah, now that you say it, I honestly don't know why I never thought about that. If they're listening, hey, I'm interested.
I think every country would definitely be benefited to see you and hear your voice. You are probably one of the greatest finds in reality discovery from reality television of the 2010s.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, so let's get out of the reality TV headspace and let's talk about collaborations. So who have you thought of a vision board and envision who are the dream singers and songwriters and producers that you would like to work with, and how would they enhance your sound?
Oh my God. I have so many influences, even some that people wouldn't guess. I say, the rockers like Manson and Alice Cooper, of course, they take one look at me and say, well, yeah, we could see that. But, I would love, that board would be so chaotic. And an onlooker would make absolutely no sense, when to me, it makes perfect sense, So, it's funny you mentioned Sia. I would love to sing with Sia, I would love to write a song with Linda Perry, I would love to work with. I even love the younger artists that are emerging. I think they're really, really talented and interesting, and I think it's cool that kids that young are moving forward in careers in music and being really creative, because that inspires even more kids to be creative as well. So we have Billie Eilish now and Youngblood. So I think people like that. But of course, Lady Gaga. Wouldn't that be incredible?
Absolutely, especially after Joanne and the Star is Born.
Oh, did you see it?
I loved A Star is Born. I gotta say, I'm so glad she got that Oscar for Shallow.
Yeah, I cried every single time. I say every single time because I saw it more than once in the theaters.
And another friend of mine from Got Talent, Jai McDowell, actually covered I'll Never Love This Way Again, because he actually had a falling out with Simon Cowell and Got Talent over in Europe, but then he reappeared on Britain's Got Talent last year and actually sang that song, and Simon actually apologized to him.
Oh, wow.
Live on tape.
Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah. Well, you know what? If she ever decides to go down that road, down that genre of, classical music or something like that, hit me up.
Awesome.